So here's the thing. 10 years ago I used to run. I'd stopped smoking, I was healthy and active for a couple of years, and the furthest I'd ever run was 10 kilometres. I actually ran a 10k race on my birthday, and all that changed. Moved to London, got a desk job, you end up moving less because you're tired with the commute, whatever the reasons. I basically stopped the running. I stopped being active, started smoking again. There we go. 10 plus years later, a lot less hair, trying to overcompensate in other areas. But last January 2015, I decided to sort myself out. I'd quit smoking, I'd even given up the vape sticks, and I was actually getting more addicted to the nicotine using those sticks than I was actually smoking. So I decided to stop that, but I needed to replace it with something positive and something else that I could become addicted to. So I decided to start running again. The tricky thing was literally having to start from scratch. So I got one of the Couch to 5k apps for the phone, and it was a bit of a shock to the system, literally learning to run again from 0 to 5k in the first couple of weeks were interesting. I was a lot more out of breath than I thought I ever would be, but I persevered, I stuck with it, and the distances increased over time. So June last year was when it really kicked off. A friend of mine sent me a video and it inspired me, possibly stupidly, but I decided upon watching this video I wanted to do the same race that the guy in the video had done. So I entered into a 100-kilometre race, an ultra marathon, essentially 2.5 marathons back to back from London to Brighton. This was still not having run any further than 10 kilometres at this point, and not having done so for 10 years plus. So it's kind of crazy. So I started focusing on increasing the distance, and we're here now, April 2016, and next week I actually have the London Marathon. So as part of the build-up for this long run, I managed to bag a spot, luckily, for the London Marathon Running for Cancer Research UK, which is a charity very close to my heart for personal reasons. However, last month I suffered a bit of an injury. On a half marathon, I had a knee issue flare up, and it's been touch and go whether or not I can actually run. Last week I struggled running 200 metres in the local park run. So I've literally had 3 weeks off. Tried to run a park run, not much joy. Went out for a 10-mile run yesterday, fully knee strapped up. Had an X-ray this morning. We'll find out the results for that on Friday, so it is then that I will figure out whether or not I can actually run the London Marathon on Sunday. So 6 days away. Mentally, I want to do it. Mentally, I'm capable. It's just going to be interesting to see physically. So it's literally going to be last minute, but mentally I know I'm prepared. Mentally I can do it. It's just whether or not the knee will hold up. And then in 4 weeks' time, the end of May, I have the ultra marathon, so I will be doing that one. That is another charity run. I'm running that on behalf of Alzheimer's Research UK. Ideally I do want to run, jog it, but it's an open walking ultra as well, so even if I end up walking, crawling, skipping the way through, I will do that because it is the challenge that got me started on this path. All thanks to the video that I saw and the guy that inspired me to do it. So thank you very much, Mr. Tim Sheaf, for your inspirational video. And I'm going to take you guys along the journey. A lot has happened in that time. I've joined the running clubs. I've done a lot of long distances. A lot of it has been solo until I joined the running club and then actually discovered the joy of running with other people, and that pushed me further. But now I have the camera, so if I do end up running the London Marathon, then I will be bringing that with me, and therefore you along for the ride as well, so you can see every blood, sweat and pain-fueled mile of the way. But fingers crossed, because a day without running is a day where you notice it. You become down, you become fidgety, you start to become angrier, you get the rangry pains because you're angry, you're not out there running, and it is a noticeable difference. And in the 3 weeks I've had off, I did kind of let all hope go. I sat on the couch and I ate more junk food than I should have done, so I'm feeling that. And the run I took yesterday did actually have an impact on the time. It was noticeably different, but given the injury as well, I'm going to allow that one. Everyone gets one, right? So we're going to see how we get on, and hopefully, fingers crossed, this time next week I would have run the London Marathon for the first time in the build-up to the ultra marathon. So stay tuned, we'll see what happens.